This is TVM. TVM delivers breaking stories, global headlines, and the moments that matter. From exciting sports action to exclusive local events, we keep you connected. Celebrate our culture, people, and voices with powerful documentaries and inspiring stories. Experience premium entertainment, from trending music to urban lifestyle and beyond. Grow your spirit with life-changing messages and uplifting perspectives. Lead the way with bold conversations, fresh ideas, and thought-provoking shows. Wherever you are, whenever you want, watch TVM on all your devices. TVM, your world, your network.
Hello and welcome to TVM's Metro Updates. I am Blessing Sampson. We'll begin in Delta State, where the Governor, Right Honorable Sheriff Oborevori, has praised the Nigerian Navy for its key role in protecting the nation's maritime assets and oil infrastructure. He made the remarks in Asaba while receiving the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral E.D. Abbas, on an operational tour of naval formations in the state. Oborevori said Delta, a major oil-producing hub, depends on the Navy's vigilance to deter criminal networks. He commended their anti-piracy operations, collaborations with other security agencies, and strong presence across coastal communities. Vice Admiral Abbas said the visit aims to assess naval readiness, address operational gaps, and strengthen protection of critical assets. Meanwhile, the state government plans to secure a 1 billion Bank of Industry loan to boost industrialization and support local manufacturers. Still in Delta State, Governor Sheriff Oborevori's administration is pushing forward with its infrastructure vision as Delta State strengthens collaboration with the NDDC and Chevron Nigeria Limited on the Omadino Okerenkoko Escravos Road and Bridges project. Our correspondent reports the project is a major component of the MORE agenda, designed to open up riverine communities and unlock new economic opportunities across the state. The governor's team says the partnership with NDDC and Chevron reflects a coordinated strategy to deliver people-centered development that directly improves mobility, commerce, and access to essential services. Officials note the road and bridges will connect historically underserved communities, I beg your pardon, allowing residents to benefit from greater investment in flow and easier transportation across the coastal corridor. According to the administration, infrastructure remains a catalyst for prosperity, and this landmark project demonstrates that development goes beyond concrete, serving as a lifeline that links people to growth and a more secure future. Still in Delta State, the First Lady of Delta State, Dickness Tobore Oborevori, has launched the 2025 16 Days of Activism Against Gender-Based Violence with a strong call for intensified action across communities. Our correspondent notes that the First Lady warned that gender-based violence is evolving, especially with digital harassment and online targeting of young girls becoming more rampant nationwide. She condemned the culture of silence that shields offenders and said the number of unreported cases involving minors remains deeply troubling. Dickness Oborevori urged mothers, guardians, and traditional leaders to report every incident to appropriate authorities to ensure survivors get justice and protection. She commended the Ministry of Women Affairs, Community and Social Development for strengthening advocacy, support systems, reporting channels, and engagement with security agencies. The First Lady also announced a 10 million naira support of fund to expand outreach activities during the 16-day campaign and sustain awareness across Delta communities. The Delta State Police Command has recorded a major breakthrough against armed robbery and kidnapping along the Asaba-Benin corridor. A notorious gang that has long terrorized commuters was busted in a coordinated operation. Police spokesperson SP Bright Edafe says officers recovered multiple firearms, including a Beretta pistol, a pump-action gun, a locally made pistol, and 6 cartridges, as well as a Toyota Sienna allegedly used by the suspects. The arrest followed a distress call on November 23rd. EagletNet operatives working with the Nigerian Hunters and Forest Security Service came under heavy gunfire but overpowered the attackers. 3 suspects were arrested: Ogene Maru Martins, 25, Tare B. Miracle Ogbada, 22, and Okore James Kalu, 19. Meanwhile, a black bag abandoned during the chase contained weapons, ammunition, electronics, jewelries, and a PS5 console, items matching reports from earlier robbery victims. Police say the findings confirmed the gang involvement in multiple armed attacks across the region. And now to some national stories. The presidency has confirmed that all 24 schoolgirls abducted in Maga, Kebbi State, have been freed. President Bola Tinubu, through his aide, Bayo Onanuga, welcomed their release and praised security agencies for securing their freedom. He directed them to intensify efforts to rescue other students still in captivity. While Kebbi State Governor Nasara Idris also confirmed the rescue, stressing that no ransom was paid by either the state or the federal government. He said the girls will be reunited with their parents and thanked President Tinubu for his support. So in national stories, President Bola Tinubu has ordered a total security cordon around forests in Kwara State in response to recent kidnappings and terrorist activities. His directive, announced by media aide Sunday Dare, also extends the Kebbi and Niger axis, where hundreds of abducted persons are still missing. Meanwhile, the president instructed the Air Force to maintain round-the-clock surveillance over suspected hideouts to support ground troops. Communities were urged to report suspicious movements to aid security operations. The order follows a string of mass abductions, over 300 students and staff seized at St. Mary's Catholic Schools in Niger State, 25 schoolgirls abducted in Kebbi, and 38 worshippers taken in Kwara. Although about 50 of the Niger students escaped, more than 265 victims remain in captivity. The incident reflects Nigeria's ongoing security crisis, which has persisted since the 2014 Chibok kidnapping, with bandits attacks and jihadist violence continuing to threaten communities nationwide. President Bola Tinubu has transmitted the Legal Practitioners Act bill to the National Assembly for urgent consideration. The bill aims to raise ethical standards, strengthen accountability in the legal profession, and widen access to justice. Senate President Godswill Akpabio, who read the president's letter during Tuesday's plenary, said the bill introduces key reforms, including practice licenses for lawyers, a mandatory 2-year tutelage for new lawyers, and compulsory continuous professional development. In other stories, the Nigerian Army says troops of the 12th Brigade have intercepted a major drug courier and seized a large consignment of suspected cannabis sativa in Kogi State. The operation occurred on 24th November 2025 during a stop and search at the Agbede response area, where soldiers flagged down a Toyota Camry coming from Ekiti. The driver, Johnson Ayo, had police-branded items displayed on the dashboard, prompting a detailed search that uncovered 10 sacks of cannabis weighing 108.8 kg. Preliminary findings linked the shipments to criminal networks that fund banditry in Kogi and nearby states. The suspects and the recovered drugs have been handed over to the NDLEA for further investigation. Meanwhile, the Army, through Lieutenant Hassan Abdullahi, reaffirmed its commitment to combating drug trafficking and weakening enablers of insecurity. The Nigerian Thoracic Society, NTS, has urged the federal government to increase funding for healthcare, upgrade hospital infrastructure, and establish regional centers of excellence to improve respiratory care nationwide. In a communique issued after its 32nd Annual General Meeting and Scientific Conference in Lagos, the NTS, led by President Musa Babashani and Secretary General Abiona Odeyemi, said modern facilities and stronger documentation systems are crucial for tackling Nigeria's rising burden of respiratory diseases and for supporting emerging technologies such as AI. The conference, themed Harnessing Technology to Advance Equitable Respiratory Care in Nigeria, brought together local and international experts who agreed that AI can aid diagnosis and treatment but cannot replace healthcare professionals. Delegates also highlighted major challenges, including tobacco use, increasing lung cancer cases, poor healthcare access, limited insurance coverage, and weak emergency response knowledge, calling for CPR training and expanded public health education. The NTS renewed its push for more effective tobacco control campaigns. The event featured remarks from the special guest of honor, Minister of Education Tuji Alausa, represented by David Atuwo, and a keynote address by Dr. Kristen Baim of the University of Arizona College of Medicine. TVM's Metro Update returns after this quick break. Do stay tuned. Welcome back from that quick break. And on business news today, the Naira appreciated to 1,441 per dollar on Tuesday, up from 1,452 per dollar the previous day, following the conclusion of the CBN's 303 Monetary Policy Committee meeting. The gain reflects the bank's continued aggressive tightening to stabilize the FX market and curb inflation. After the two-day meeting in Abuja, the MPC maintained all key policy rates, including the monetary policy rate, at 27%, its highest level in recent years. CBN Governor Olayemi Cardoso said the sustained restrictive stance is aimed at boosting foreign inflows and supporting economic reforms. Standard Bank projects the Naira may close 2025 at around 1,458.8 per dollar, citing stronger reserve and rising investor confidence, though political and fiscal pressures ahead of 2027 could weigh on the currency, he said. President Tinubu previously projected inflation easing to 15% and the exchange rate improving to about 1,500 per dollar in 2025 budget outlook. Still on business news, TED Fund has invested over 30 billion naira this year to improve security across universities, polytechnics, and College of Education, according to Board of Trustees Chairman Aminu Masari. He said the intervention, which includes solar street lightings, perimeter fencing, and other safety projects, aligns with the federal government's goal of creating safer learning environments. Masari praised President Bola Tinubu for supporting the fund, noting the approval of a 50% development levy under the 2024 tax bill, expected to boost TED Fund's capacity from January. He added that a recent national town hall meeting brought together policymakers, academics, and students to review ongoing projects and guide future decisions. However, reports state that TED Fund recently received a record of 1.6 trillion naira, the highest in its history. Of this, 25 billion was earmarked for security upgrades, 460 billion naira for institutional interventions, 225 billion naira for student loan fund, 70 billion naira for campus energy projects, and over 100 billion naira for medical training expansions. And now for some international stories. Authorities in Thailand are set to deploy helicopters to evacuate critical ill patients from a flooded hospital in Hat Yai, as severe floods across 9 provinces push the death toll to 33. More than 45,000 people have been evacuated in Thailand and neighboring Malaysia, with heavy rain still expected. Hat Yai's main government hospital, treating 600 patients, including 50 in intensive care, has its first floor submerged. While officials say all ICU patients will be airlifted out, though rescue teams have struggled to reach stranded residents. The floods, Thailand's worst in years, have affected over 2.7 million people and nearly 1 million homes. Military helicopters are delivering generators and supplies, while boats continue rescue operations. Thailand's only aircraft carrier has also been deployed to support relief efforts, while families trapped in submerged homes have used social media to plead for help as rescuers battle high waters to reach them. In other stories, a massive fire have engulfed several high-rise towers at the Wang Fong Court residential complex in Hong Kong's Tai Po district, killing at least 14 people and several others trapped as at the time of the report. 2 victims are in critical conditions with severe burns, according to police. The blaze, initially a number 1 alert, was rapidly upgraded to the highest number 5 alarm as thick smoke poured from the 31-story towers. Fire crews have also suffered injuries while battling the flames. 1 firefighter, Officer Ho, died after being found unconscious near an elevator area, while paramedics attempted CPR, but he was pronounced dead shortly after. Authorities say his family will receive support. Wang Fong Court, an 8-block estate with nearly 2,000 units, was undergoing major renovations with bamboo scaffolding covering parts of the building. While Wang Fong Court, a government-subsidized housing estate occupied since 1983, sits in one of the world's most densely populated areas. Reports indicate several residents remain unaccounted for as emergency teams continue rescue operations. And in sports, Super Falcons players led by Captain Rashidat Ajibade, defender Ashley Pomtre, and Italy-based forward Rinsola Babajide have made known growing concerns among Nigerians over the team's inactivity during the current FIFA international window. The Falcons are without a single international friendly in a window that runs until Tuesday, December the 2nd, a period that could have accommodated at least 2 matches. While Nigeria failed to organize a single match, Ghana secured a high-profile friendly against England, scheduled for December 2nd. Other African sides, including Zambia, Kenya, and South Africa, also lined up features to maximize the window. The Falcons are expected to defend their WAFCON crown in Morocco next year, having sealed qualifications with a 3-1 aggregate win over Benin Republic in October. The tournament will double as a qualifying event for the 2027 FIFA Women's World Cup in Brazil, with the 4 semi-finalists earning automatic spots and 2 more heading to international playoffs. Former president of the Nigerian Football Federation, Amaju Pinnick, has said that the Super Eagles' failure to qualify for the 2026 World Cup was partly because of the revised qualification format. He noted that the team would have qualified if the 2018 qualification structure remained in place. He made the remarks on Monday at the Big Sports Dialogue in Ikoyi, where he faced pointed questions from the national president of the Authentic Nigeria Football and Allied Sports Supporters Club, Abayomi Ogujimi. The exchange began when Ogujimi asked how Pinnick used his influence as the former vice president of CAF and a member of the FIFA Council to advance Nigeria's interests, noting that the country failed to reach the World Cup during his second tenure in 2022 and is also set to miss the next edition in 2026. He made remarks on Monday at the The exchange began when Ogujimi asked how Pinnick had used his influence as the former first vice president of CAF and a member of the FIFA Council to advance Nigeria's interests, noting that the country failed to reach the World Cup during his second tenure in 2022 and is also set to miss the next edition in 2026. And that's all from TVM's Metro Updates. I am Blessing Samson. You can watch us on the go on TVM's app, accessible on Android Play Store and Apple Store. You can subscribe and follow our social media pages, like and share. And remember, your environment is a part of you. Do keep it clean.
This is TVM. TVM delivers breaking stories, global headlines, and the moments that matter. From exciting sports action to exclusive local events, we keep you connected. Celebrate our culture, people, and voices with powerful documentaries and inspiring stories. Experience premium entertainment, from trending music to urban lifestyle and beyond. Grow your spirit with life-changing messages and uplifting perspectives. Lead the way with bold conversations, fresh ideas, and thought-provoking shows. Wherever you are, whenever you want, watch TVM on all your devices. TVM, your world, your network.
You are learning probably.